Another day, another video. What's going on, guys? I'm Vengeancer. Today is Grinding Monday, and we're over here at the desert Nagas. I want to see how good this is compared to like Kadri and 4 Blackstones. We initially went to Abandoned Iron Mine after Kadri just to see, because Abandoned Iron Mine is my go-to spot for magic crystals, and I thought, well, you know, if I could get both magic crystals and blackstones at the same time, that might actually be a good thing. And used to you could, but with how things have changed, let's turn this on real quick. How they change things with the plus gear. There's a DP 270, DP is 313. I don't know if anybody's curious. This isn't the best spot for Naga rotation, but oh look, there's a Blackstone already. But I'll work my way over to the actual Blackstone. The actual spot over there. You can see underneath my collection gauge here, we're already suffering from the hypothermia, and I didn't bring any of the cure. I figure I'll just heal myself every once in a while. Another Blackstone. Another one. I don't know, this is already looking like it's going to be better than both of them, but I can't remember. I don't think I turned. Come on. I don't think I turned my collection scroll on at Kadri, so it might be. So over there's Sand Grain. We need to go this way. Back in there. I always like these spots where I can hit one time and move on. Pets don't keep up when I do that though. Oh, there's a weapon bundle right there. We're already better off than we were at either spot. But the question is, am I just having a lucky 15 minutes, or is it actual Grace of Savagery as well? Well, that's pretty good. I collect those anyway. They're I use them for the. I think I use them for the clear liquid reagents in alchemy to level alchemy. If no, that's not what I use them for. I use them for the metal solvents made out of the clear liquid reagents. So they reworked the music. There's another Blackstone. Yeah, Desert Nagas are definitely the best that I've gone to yet. If I need Blackstones, this is where I'm coming. I don't like fighting Nagas very much. It's just kind of eh, but I don't even think I'm invested in this node anymore. I'm not. I used to be, and then I removed it because I needed the points for another spot. Anyway, I'm recording this off the back of the patch that they did. I'm almost a week ahead on videos. I have to be with my current upload, the ability to upload slowly. So I have to record ahead of time, so I have enough time to upload them. But they changed a lot of stuff. put how-tos on a lot of things, and they upgraded like things are used for and how to obtain stuff. There's a whole list of the ones that they did that to, of the items. They also reduced the weight on a lot of stuff, which is a huge quality of life buff, I think. Especially for people that don't have a bunch of weight. Speaking of weight, I don't know if they took it out, I haven't looked yet, but it's really, really making my cat shop trigger finger itchy. That I saw last week when they did the patch, they had an item, the weight increase item, it was 350, that's the only one that I haven't bought yet. I really have an itchy trigger finger, but I didn't do it. 350 weight is like like 15% of my current weight. That's pretty big in terms of upgrade, especially a permanent upgrade. So that's usually my cash out rule, is I only buy, unless I just have points left over from buying something, but I usually only buy permanent. There's a black magic crystal, that's good, I need those. And melt those down for the magic shards. But my cash out rule is that I usually only buy permanent account upgrades. Character slots, weight limit, inventory limit, that kind of stuff. I don't like to waste my real money on consumables. Pets are another thing, mounts. Of course, in video we don't have different mounts, it's not like other games, but in past games it would have been maybe a mount I've spent money on. But I'm not a huge spender anyway, you know, I usually... Oh, somebody's here. We better vacate their spot. I really don't want to PvP them, and I don't want to mess up their rotation just because we're messing around. They were most likely here before us, so I don't want to mess up their rotation. I'm just casually grinding anyway. I'm not trying to be most efficient or anything. I'll just walk back up this way. Now, if I was hardcore grinding and I felt like actually PvPing, I'd probably fight them for it, but I don't do that duel for spot bullshit. If you want to take my spot, you can flag up and take it, and you know, I'll fight till I get tired of playing in the area. People call it karma bombing. It's not karma bombing, it's just if you're better geared and one-shot me, well fine, I'll run back and I'll keep trying. At least until I get tired of playing. But yeah, that whole duel for spot bullshit is just stupid. It's like, well, if I was here first, you can either take the spot physically from me, or you can leave. This whole, well, duel me, and if I win, you have to leave. No, I was there first, it's my spot. And until you flag up and forcibly take it, it's still my spot. But I usually don't encroach on other people. If they were there first, then I don't usually do that. I don't like to be an asshole, you know. If somebody else is there first, I know how it feels to be harassed, and I don't like that, so I'll go find another spot, or I'll switch servers. If somebody's running pots or something, I don't want to mess them up, so. I used to play really old MMO RPG called Last Chaos, and you know, the whole flagging up and taking a spot thing, that's a touchy subject because that happened all the time in that game. But if you're leveling, you're spending real money because it was a pay-to-win grind fest, and most of the time when you're leveling and running potions and pots and I guess the equivalent would be scrolls and elixirs and stuff in this game. But the only way to get a lot of that stuff was buying it with real money off the cash shop, or buying it with in-game golds from somebody else. that bought it off the cash shop. Either way, it's a cash shop item. So if you're leveling, you know, you're burning real money basically to level, and you know it's terrible if somebody comes and messes that up. I don't want to be that guy, so we need to go back this way. Over here. Said I'm not going for most efficient or anything. I'm just casually killing stuff just to kind of get a feeler for 20 minutes or so to see what I get. If I can get a decent amount in 20 minutes, then I don't want to use that skill. I can almost be assured that, you know, luck only plays so much into it. You know, even if you're terrible luck for 20 minutes, it may average out a little bit. But you can get an idea of, you're not going to be lucky that long. 20 minutes is usually long enough. You're going to get a few item drops if it's a decent spot, or you're going to get none if it's a bad spot. Now, luck, you might get a lot of items or a medium amount versus a few if you're really lucky. Like, we did pretty good the first couple of minutes here, but now it's kind of leveling off. We're not getting as many. You know, that's a luck thing, but we're still getting a decent amount. So that tells me that within 10 minutes, I've already gotten that many. You know, if I double that in 20 minutes, great. If I don't, and it still kind of averages out to where I only get a few more, well, in 20 minutes, I've gotten 15 stones plus a bundle and a couple of other drops. You know, it's like, then I can average that out over, scale that up to an hour, and you can figure, you know, I'm probably, you know, an hour is 3 times what 20 minutes is, but, you know, on average, you can probably figure I'm going to get double what I got in the 20 minutes, even if luck isn't a factor. So, you know, 30 stones an hour is pretty good, plus whatever other drops. If you get a bundle, then yeah, it's even more, but that's usually my metric. It's like, okay, if I grind for 20-25 minutes and I get a decent amount, then I'm going to consider the spot fairly decent until I find somewhere better. I tell you where I really want to go is down to where the desert Fogans are. I really like that spot down there. It's like kind of like an oasis, but I also hate running all the way down there. It's not so bad now that I have a tent that I bought, in which, speaking of permanent account upgrades, the tent was one thing I spent money on. Just for the life skill, and it helps with the combat too, with the repairing. But down here, I'm not big on Crescent Shrine. I tried grinding there a few times, but I hate that place. But down here, down here in Tidium Valley, or Tidium Valley, however you say that, but down here, I always liked this place, and this little guy here, I would come back in here and fight up in here. But I hate having to run all the way down there. Because you run down there and then you get overweight, and it's like, well, what do I do? I either have to delete everything I'm getting that's worth, like, that isn't worth keeping, you know, and you end up deleting quite a bit of silver worth of junk items just to keep grinding. Or you have to run out and then run all the way back. And of course, storage and transaction fairies helps some. They can only transfer so much, and not everything can go in there. And overstacking your mount also helps too. But now that they've done some weight reduction on some things, that might help. I don't know what they did on weight reduction, but I'd have to look at the list. But I may give Valley down there another shot. I did a lot of leveling down there whenever I was lower level, before they released all the other areas and stuff. Yeah, it was a huge place to level down there in the valley before polys became a thing, especially if you were low gear. Back when it was hard to level. Now you can level to 61, 62 in like a day, or a couple hours if you know somebody to help you boost, or if you know what they're doing. You know, get you to like 58, 59 or whatever, and then quest the rest of the way. I usually just end up questing the whole way because it just adds to the overall quest count, and to get the free, the +1 or +2 and +3 all the way up to like, I think isn't it like +5 on the enhancing, you gotta do like 20,000 quests, so you might as well just do them while you level a character and get it out of the way. Alright, we're at like 16 minutes here. Nothing too fantastic, but in terms of Blackstone, this is doing pretty good. $21 plus the bundle, and who knows how much I'll open that at the end. I was hoping for another bundle or two. It's another thing about wizards. Another thing I was thinking about these wizards as a character. Before they reworked some of the skills with the I don't know if it was just a nerf or a buff or just a full rework. I used to use the witch skill voltaic, because it changed into lightning really easy. And lightning puts out a lot of damage, but they changed voltaic where instead of having what? Oh, lag. Instead of having as much here, where are you at? Instead of having the all evasion rate was like -15%, now it's only 6. Plus Bolide, it has a little bit more damage, 1273 times 8 versus 1258 times 7, and everything else is kind of the same. Plus it's like down smash. So I switched over to Bolide, and I don't even know if this is the right build to be using or not. So I used Bolide, and I've also I tried the Earth move, whatever, I forget the name of that. The Grave Robber is here. Gotta kill this guy. Look at the output of the lightning, it's just crazy. Now look at that. We got some bundles out of that one. That was worth it. So we got the Hard Black Crystal bundle. We got several more things. We got a gold backpack, it's 5 mil, and we got 300,000 silver. Cool. Let me click this because that thing is annoying. That was pretty worth chasing him down. But yeah, I tried the Earth skill. Didn't like the Earth skill at all. It just felt underwhelming, and I don't use. I have mine as an escape, so I don't use it as a damage that much. That was the skill I just used, the Earth response or whatever it's called. So I don't really use it as a damaging skill, so it doesn't really combo with anything other than Earth Arrow if you're Secession. And so I just, I accidentally clicked. I have an MMO mouse, the Razer Naga, so it's got all the buttons on the side. I accidentally hit the 0 key, or the 10 key. So it doesn't, the Earth skill doesn't really combo to anything other than Earth Arrow and the Earth's response, which is Shift F. That. So it would be down C and then Shift F and then Earth Arrow, which is, I don't really use Earth Arrow either, which is both mouse buttons, like that. but it didn't seem like it did much damage to me, and so I just kind of went off of it. The only problem I have now, bolide seems fine. It hits like a truck, but the problem that I have not having voltaic, which is the lightning skill, which is usually a witch skill, but they kind of opened it up to everybody. I don't have the mana regen, and I also, like, I have to use, but I do have the mana regen skill, so I just use it every once in a while, which is fine. But I have Aqua Gel, which gives me some mana back, and I spec'd into, like, with Fireball and Fireball Explosion, I have mana regen on that, which may not be the right augments or whatever you want to call it to take on that. But I have no clue. I don't PvP that much, so I don't really... I know that Bolide's mostly a PvP build, I think, but I wanted a hybrid build with as much CC as I could get, in case I'm trying to... I know CC doesn't work on a lot of the monsters, but if I get jumped in a spot and I'm full PvE build, how am I going to defend myself? So I kind of went full CC build with as many movement skills and escapes as I could think of. Like, my thought process on that is, okay, you're a wizard. You're playing a wizard. It's very squishy. You have double teleport, which was a very good quality of life change when they split that teleport, but my general thought process is, okay, wizards are glass cannons. You're going to get hit one time and die, so you need as many movement skills as you can get. So that's what I spec'd into. Shift F ports me backwards. I've got the basic, you know, magical evasion, left and right dodge. And then I have the split teleport. So that movement skills were a priority. That's why I took that instead of the other one. And then my second thought is the defensive abilities. The more CC you have, the better survival you have, because if you run out of escapes, you're going to have to probably disable the enemy until your escapes come back up, right? And then once you get free, then you can hit them with your nuke spells or whatever. So that was my thought process. Get as many escape skills, followed by as many CC skills, followed up by whatever's left, spec completely into damage. Because glass cannon. So I don't know the proper build on a wizard, but that's how I play it. And if I get jumped, at least I have knockdowns and I have teleports and escapes and stuff. But the mana regen does suffer. And like I said, the augments or the skill upgrades or whatever you want to call them, enhancements, the add-ons, that's what I got. I have no clue if that's the right thing to get or not. But I like the mana regen and I like the buffs. So if I'm casting Bolide and hitting things all the time, between Bolide and Fireball Explosion, and then a couple of others I have, you know, I got Aqua Gel, and if I do Lightning as well, I also get buffs on those. So I get like plus plus AP and plus casting speed and stuff, and then I get like mana regen and a bunch of other stuff, defense and extra damage. I figure that's pretty good. Whether or not that's right, I don't know. But it works for me for now. I haven't really... The only time I've really been killed fighting something was whenever I made the mistake of doing a tier 5 relic crystal run by myself, and I disconnected after the first 2 bosses, so the third boss it despawned on me because I didn't get locked back in in time, but it took fucking forever to kill those first 2, and I died I think a couple of times. But those things were... that was a mistake. And then I forgot to put my gear on one time, and I think it died to a Rift boss, but that was just stupidity on my part. Hey look, and perfect light stone. Alright, I'm gonna make my way back over this way and end this off. Over there. And we'll turn this off. Heal from this stupid hyperthermia. And port back up here, and once we're back in the safe zone, then I will look at all the junk that I ended up picking up. So that was about 25 minutes. 25 minutes at Desert Nagas got us 30 stones. We got a couple extras. So we got 3 hard black crystals, a couple Caphras, a scroll, magic crystal, a bunch of trash loot, a bunch of useless Rakaba gear. I guess we can melt down. 300,000, a few traces of savagery. So we got 30 stones now. Let's look at the weapon. So we got 30 out of that instead of 50. 50 would have been nice, but so, you know, 40. We ended up with 60 in 25 minutes. That's not bad at all. I think that is probably the best spot. I know that Valencia has higher blackstone drops than the other regions, so Valencia is probably where I want to go. I think moving on over any of these over here, I haven't tried. We did Cadres. Centaurs are kind of meh. If I need black magic crystals, this is where I go. So black magic crystals, I go here. Black stone powder, I go to Abandoned Iron Mine. Now I haven't tried. Where is it? So we tried that. That's our best spot currently. Bashams I haven't tried. Waragons I haven't tried either. Those two might be alright. And then there's also the sulfur works up here. I've been up there, but I haven't been that far up there. I haven't tried that spot either. But I think next week when I do this, I think I'm going to try going down here to the Tidium Valley and seeing how the blackstone drops are down there, because I do need to farm blackstones. I do need a spot, but I just really don't want to live at Desert Nagas. But if Desert Nagas turn out to be the best place, then I will invest in the node and level 10 it, and then we will just. I had this node at level 10 too, and I dropped it because I needed the points back. But I will invest in it. It's only a couple points anyway. Yeah, 3. I'll invest in it, level 10 it, and then we'll just live there until I have like 40,000 blackstones. Over the course of, I'm going to need a lot of them. So, well, if you made this far, hit like, subscribe, you know, get a self-promote, all that stuff. Leave me a comment. Thanks for watching, and like I always say, until next time.